What's going on YouTube? This is Lamont back at you again with Currency Wolves. And today we're going to go over some of the pairs on my watch list. So without further ado, let's get started. Sorry for making this video kind of late. I've been very busy. But I'm over here looking at the dollar index. Now I still see some more upside potential, maybe touching this resistance level here, but I also see this near resistance level also, right? And if we want to get even more technical, we can go ahead and add on to this pattern. I see a pattern that's forming here. See a nice pattern forming there. That's an exhaustion pattern, a bearish pattern for me. Right now, I'm kind of iffy on the dollar, mainly because I see that there's more upside potential, but it is coming up to a strong resistance level. So either what I'm looking for, two confirmations. I'm looking for either impulse and corrective move to the downside to give me further confirmation, or I'm looking for a breakout of this pattern and I'm looking for impulse and corrective move to the upside, maybe testing this resistance area right here, guys. So that would be my bias on the dollar. Again, I am neutral. It's very important to stay neutral in the markets, guys. I don't get too carried away with my technical analysis. So I'm very neutral most of the time in the markets until I see a sign to enter into the trade, because I trade what I see, not what I know, guys. All right, so let's move on to another currency pair here. We'll move on to the British Australian. All right. This pair, I'm looking for two things also. For one, it is definitely topped out. So pretty much that's followed by impulsive and corrective moves. So let's go ahead and go to the 4 hour to see a more zoomed in look at this. Okay, so we did top out in this area right here. And if you guys don't see it, that is an M formation there. All right, guys. So we topped out here, and that was followed by a impulsive move and corrective move. Now this corrective move may be a reversal pattern to the upside, guys, right? Which you see right here. That may be a reversal pattern to the upside, but now that's not too much upside because we do have a near resistance level here. So what I'm looking for is either an impulse move to the top, but followed by either an exhaustion pattern or an M formation, which you see right here. Either one of those, or what I'm looking for is an impulsive and corrective move to the downside. Again, I am neutral with this pair also, but I'm not sure, but I know for a fact that I usually see this a lot of times, and this usually comes up and tests that previous resistance area that it came from, and then it usually forms a bearish pattern or usually forms an M formation, and it usually starts to set up, midweek. So we may get our sell opportunity, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not Tuesday. It just all depends on what's going on. It is Memorial Day tomorrow, but so yeah, that's pretty much my bias on the British Australian. Again, I'm neutral, so I'll keep you guys posted on this pair. The next currency pair we can look at is the British Canadian. Again, same thing, same similar setup that I have, guys. As you can see here, this is a reversal pattern, a bullish reversal pattern here. So I'm looking for two things once again. I'm looking for that breakout to the upside, and I'm looking for either that M formation or that bearish pattern that we'll look for. So something like this, that will be cool also. So let's go ahead and zoom in on it just to get an inside look on the 1 hour and see what's going on here. So I was anticipating a break of this trend line with the impulsive move and corrective move, but as of right now, I'm not so sure. I do not trade on Mondays, so as of right now, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. So I'm just going to pretty much just keep watch on this pair, but let's go back to the 4 hour. So yeah, this may have one more move down, so like C, X, A, B, C. So, okay, so this move may come out within probably around Tuesday time or so, and we'll definitely see our maybe bearish pattern or our double top formation, guys. Again, I'm only looking for two things, that, or I'm looking for impulsive move, a corrective move to the downside. Again, I'm neutral, guys. This is the way I do my analysis. I've gotten used to this. I've gotten accustomed to this. So please leave the negativity out of my comments. I'm just here to help you guys, and I'm here to just give my view on the markets, and just show you guys how I set up for the week ahead, guys. All right. So again, this is what I'm seeing right now. I am neutral when it comes to setups like these, but I know the future the future will probably be is going to go to the downside, but we just have to give it time, which is patience in the market, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the New Zealand US dollar. So the New Zealand US dollar, again, this was a huge impulsive move, right, guys? I wouldn't say that would be a whole impulsive move. I would say let's break it up for you guys, make it easier. This will be an impulsive move. This was a correction, right? That was a correction followed by an impulse move, and this is a bigger correction, and this can definitely probably go to the downside, guys. That's just my bias on the New Zealand US dollar. So what am I looking for, guys? I'm pretty sure you guys realize that I'm looking for my impulsive move and corrective move to the downside, or it may come back up here, which it did. It's testing this resistance level. I'll either look for a double top formation followed by impulse move, a corrective move from there. It just all depends on what the market gives me but as of right now, I do not trade on Mondays, so I won't be touching the markets until around Tuesday, and I'll see what's setting up and what the markets are doing around that time. So again, this is just my bias on the markets as of right now, guys. So let's go ahead and go to another currency pair here. I'll give you guys one more. We can do the British Japanese yen. So again with this, let's go to the daily time frame. Okay, so again here, it is 3 touches on the trend line, so it did have its final bounce, and it didn't make it to the top of there, but it did come down with the M formation. I'm gonna go ahead and trace that out for you guys. It does have an M formation, and it was followed by impulse move and correction, guys, and it went to the downside. Now, this is on the daily chart. Let's zoom in on the 4 hour. All right, guys. So, this is one impulse move, corrective move. So let's go ahead and draw this pattern out. All right, so again with this, I'm pretty much, when I see these, I usually see something like this happen. It comes upward, impulse move, correction, and then it probably forms one bearish pattern, or it may just be an exhaustion like this, and I'll go ahead and I'll just sell it from there. So excuse the drawing, guys. I'm trying with this, but it's kind of difficult to draw out what I'm seeing, but that's pretty much, I'll go ahead and try to do that for you guys again so you guys can understand. Let's see here. Okay, so I usually look for something like this, and then something like this occurs, and then it falls, and then I usually have my trend line just like that. Maybe that'll help you guys, but I usually have something like this, and then what I'll do is I'll take a, a risk entry with this, so I have my stop loss above here, and I'll usually sell it maybe around this area or around this area, somewhere close to the break, and I'll go ahead and I'll just catch it from up here, guys. And that's pretty much how I enter my trades also. And I can go more in depth in that in other videos, but that's just something that I do, and that's something how I enter in my trades, and that's how I determine what I'm looking for. So that would be some of the setups that I'm looking for, or I may look for the classical, impulse, corrective move to the downside, guys. Simple, simple. I try to keep it simple with my trades, and I'm very neutral with the markets. To me, it's important to be neutral with the markets because anything can happen. This thing could be a buy pattern to spike all the way up to the upside. So you just have to be cautious of things like this, guys. But we do know that it was followed by a impulsive move to the downside, which is definitely indicated that it does have more downside movement, and it's just having a temporary corrective phase to the upside, and it's going to be followed by that information or that pattern to the downside, guys. And once it does that, if you don't want to take that risk entry like I'm doing, you can go ahead and wait for that breakout of this pattern or this specific sell area, whatever happens. I don't know what the market's going to give us. You can go ahead and just wait for that impulsive move and corrective move from it and go ahead and sell it. Simple, guys. So if you're not sure about how to trade setups, and you see setups but you're like, I don't know how to get into it, me personally, um, I just look for my setup. I look for what has been working for me, what I've been studying, and I go ahead and just go with that, guys. It's nothing much to it. Let me just go ahead and further break down the British yen. Check my battery. So pretty much this right here, this move was followed by one impulsive move, and this will be one big correction here. And then that was followed by impulsive move, and this will be a correction, which is a reversal pattern, which will probably go up to here and then drop, guys. So let me go ahead and delete this because I like to keep clean charts. I'm going to go do one more currency pair for you guys, just to give you guys, a glimpse of what I look for in the markets. And don't get me wrong, a lot of the time, not a lot of the times, but sometimes, um, the markets aren't done making their patterns or their corrections. So this may be something different. I would say, later on in the week, who knows? And usually that may give us our setup because it may be something like this for me, right? It may be a bigger M formation and it may just drop. So this section might be part of an M. Who knows, right? So I'm just going off of what I usually see in the markets. But again, this is just going to let us know, what may happen. So let's go to a different currency pair here. And guys, bear with me. I am new to this YouTube, so I'm kind of shaky with analysis videos. I did some in the past, but not really on YouTube. So just bear with me. I will get better at these analysis videos. But I do know what I'm talking about, and if you have any questions, you can definitely email me. My email will be in the description down below. If you have any questions, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and do one more. Go ahead and do the Euro Aussie. Okay, so let's go to the daily time frame. Okay, cool. So pretty much this is what I would say is a final channel. I don't know if you guys know, but this is a final channel. And pretty much what happens at the top of these final channels is you'll see you usually see an M formation, right, guys, followed by one big impulsive move. And right now it's in a correction, right? And let's go ahead and see on the 4-hour time. So as you can see, that is a bullish reversal pattern. I wouldn't necessarily call it a bullish reversal pattern just yet. It's not finished forming. Um, Give me one moment, guys. I'm plugging up my laptop. All right, so guys, I wouldn't necessarily call this a bullish pattern. I mean, if this makes you guys satisfied, I can go ahead and put a bottom part to this. But I don't really recommend that to be a bullish pattern just yet, because it can do something like this, as demonstrated here. This just could be a M formation kind of forming, and then it may drop. Let me go ahead and delete that other. So it may just look something like that and then drop, guys. Again, what I'm looking for here is that impulse move and corrective move to the downside, guys. So once this happens, all I'll be looking for is an impulsive move and corrective move. Now, this just could be something that goes up to maybe around here and then drops. Who knows, guys? Again, I don't trade on Mondays. The markets can get very tricky around that time. But all I'm looking for is my sell setup, because we already have our bearish bias mainly from this specific final channel right here. This is what's pretty much telling me that this has a lot of downside potential to these two targets at 1.51468 and 1.44198, guys. So yeah, I do have bearish bias on the Euro Aussie as of right now, but this may have a little minor correction to the upside. But once it does that, all I'm waiting for is that exhaustion pattern and just sell it. Simple. Simple, guys. That's all I'm waiting for. And if that doesn't form, And if I don't trust whatever's going on up here at the time, all I'll be waiting for is my classical impulse move, corrective move to the downside to give me further bias on where the market will be going, guys. Again, I keep it simple. I keep my trading simple. I'm not too technical. I'm not too confusing for you guys. I hope not. I look for very simple stuff in the markets, guys. Nothing too complicated. And again, I am new at this technical analysis video, so bear with me. I will get better at explaining. But this is just something that I do pretty much every Sunday. I was a little late today because I was busy working on other things, but this is definitely something that I do every Sunday. And I'll start to post videos earlier in the day on Sundays for you guys, just so it can be a little bit more convenient. But again, this is what I look for in the markets. I'm very neutral with the markets 95% of the time, guys. I feel like that's very important to me because you don't know what the markets are going to do. It can go upward, it can go downward, it can come back up here and test this range, and it may just come all the way back up. Who knows? The markets are full of surprises, guys. So again, I just go in on what I'm looking for, which is an impulse move to the downside and a correction. And if I do see a nice impulsive move and correction, I'll go ahead and buy it maybe to around this area right here, guys. And simple. And then I'll go ahead and sell it once it gives me, that bearish bias, maybe form an M formation or something like that and drop. I'll sell it on the impulse move and a correction move. Simple, guys. I keep it simple with my trades. So again, if you have any questions, you can definitely email me, guys. Give me suggestions if you want to in the comments below. Please like and subscribe this video. I do hope you guys enjoy my videos. There will be a lot more like this. And again, bear with me. I am new to this video analysis, but I will get better. And I'm going to start throwing out a lot of videos with some valuable stuff in it. So just stay tuned. And just, stay in the loop with my channel. You can go ahead and follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Currency Wolves. I would really appreciate that, guys, and thank you for the new subscribers. Welcome. I do hope you guys will enjoy my content. Again, I am new to this, so please bear with me. I will get better. But this is Lamont. I'm checking out. You guys have a good trading week, and I hope you guys catch a ton of pips. And remember, sky's the limit.